Today is the last day of July in 2022, and I want to share something that has been on my heart lately, and that is how much I'm going to appreciate a partner when God gives me one. Let me explain. Let me describe my day for you. I went to work this morning, and then I came home and I mowed the grass, and then I cleaned the entire house, and then I went to the grocery store. And then I got back from the grocery store, I put the groceries away, and tossed in a load of laundry, and then meal prepped for the week. And I'm just now sitting down. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, and I teach Sunday school on the weekends, and so I have to prepare for that. And then when my final meal comes out of the oven here in a minute, I'm gonna eat dinner by myself and go to bed. And that doesn't sound like a bad day. It sounds like normal things that normal adults do, and that's true, and I do. But it's hard to be the only one doing everything by yourself all of the time. I'm 30 years old. I have lived alone, or at least with roommates, but not with my parents, obviously, since I was like 18. And I have lived completely alone for the last 4 years plus. Don't mind the whining. My dog had surgery yesterday, and I have him in my room because he's wearing his cone and he knocks everything down, and I just need a minute to be able to talk to you. So, but anyway, this week, it's too much for me to do in any small given amount of time. So this week, one day I mowed, one day I weed whacked around the entire backyard, front yard, and down the fence line, and edged the driveway. And then the next day I mowed the backyard, and then the next day I went on the city side of my fence because for whatever reason they don't take care of it. And I don't have a bush hog, but I had to manually bush hog with what I had. I had loppers, weed whacker, and my lawnmower. And the weeds were so tall, they grew over my 6-foot fence and were leaning into my yard. And they had stalks, big old stalks on them, and the grass was higher than my knees, and my back is so sunburned from doing that. And, these are tasks and things that everybody has to do, but you don't really think about the burden of it and the kind of loneliness of it all and this lonely cycle of being the only one to always do it all by yourself all of the time. And I understand there's single moms and stuff out there to where things have happened and they ended up by themselves, but I have done everything that I can to set my life up for success. I want a partner, I have a career, I have a beautiful little home that I love so much. It's very comfortable here, but it's very lonely. Not just lonely in the sense of I go to bed by myself and I'm not married and I don't have the romance, but lonely in the sense of, I have friends that are married and they just have a buddy for everything. They go to the gym together, and they go to the grocery store together, and they conquer yard work together, and they cook together, and they watch TV together. And not that you have to be together all of the time, but I'm by myself all of the time. All of the time. And when I'm not, I'm at work, and sometimes I hang out with my friends, but they all have their lives too. And I'm just feeling the weight of it. I want a partner, I want a family, I want someone to share the load of life with. I want someone to enjoy the mundane things with a little bit better than just by myself. And you can only listen to your own thoughts and have music playing and be alone for so long before it kind of gets to you. And it's just getting to me. And not enough to where I would just settle and pick the wrong person because I'm lonely. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I know the type of person God has for me. I just haven't met them yet. So I'm happy to wait. It's just sometimes it just is lonely and kind of sad. I leave, I go to work, I do my job, and I come home to an empty house every day aside from my crazy dog. But I'm thankful for him because he does add a lot of life to the house. But there's no person here to talk to. I call my parents almost every day because they are people that I have a close relationship with, and they understand me and they know me, and it gives me someone to talk to outside of just my work crew. But it just gets, I don't know, it's sad. And there's no anticipated end to it, and that's part of it too. When I was in school, I was going from this class to that class, and that class to this class, or I had to make it through this program, and then something would happen. But now I'm in my daily life, and there's nothing to come. Like, there's nothing gonna happen at any set amount of time. I don't have to just make it through a certain amount of time and then I move on to the next chapter. It really just is, this is my life, and it's a good one, and I have everything that I need, and I'm abundantly blessed, but it's awful quiet in my world, aside from him. But as far as human interaction, it's awful quiet. And I do a lot to keep busy, and my life is full and abundant, but until I come home. And then it's very still. It's very still. And I know that I don't want to wish away any time of my life. And so this is a really unique time in my life, that it is so quiet and it is so still, and I can do whatever I want whenever I want. But I lead a very responsible life, and I'm not a late night goer, outer, partier, drinker, whatever. And there's only so much yard work and Netflix and gym time that you can do before, what else are you gonna do? There's only so many puzzles that are still fun to do, and projects that you can come up with. And how much sweeter would it be to share those things with your partner? And like, I could go adventure and stuff, and I do right now. It's just really ding dang hot out there. So I can't really go kayaking all that much or hiking or anything. It's just miserable outside right now. But it would just be nice. So this is my documenting this stage of my life, and it's a unique time. I imagine one day I'll have a partner always around making noise, leaving stuff out, and I'll be frustrated or what, but I don't want to forget this time. I don't want to forget the stillness and the quiet and the waiting. The waiting for a partner to do life with. Just to share and carry the heavy load that is all of the responsibilities that a responsible adult handles in a week. Someone to support and to support me. And someone to bond with and make memories with and hold one another up and make babies and raise babies and go to games and graduations and drive to college. It's really cool. It's going to be really cool. Right now, it's really quiet. It's really quiet. But I learned in vet school that you shouldn't wish away your life, and so I'm not wishing this time away. I just have been in this season for a really long time now. It's been the most apparent since I left my last relationship like 8 months ago or so. So I've been really alone since then. At least when you're dating, it's not so bad because you have someone to at least text and call and stuff. But right now, it's just me. I've been very involved in the church. I'm in the church like 3 days a week, which is good. I have a discipleship class on Tuesday, a small group on Wednesday, and then on Sunday I'm there for 2 services because I go to the 9 a.m. and then I teach 3rd grade Sunday school at 11. So I've been involved with the church, which is nice, and that's been a really big blessing. That's a really good thing. I found community there. But it's still out there. Like, all of it is just out these walls and out of my car and out of my private space. But when I get home at the end of the day, I do all the chores alone, day after day after day after day. Not that it's the work that's the issue. It's the doing it alone, like the doing it with nobody to interact with, doing it quietly, doing it with headphones on or just in the stillness of the quiet, not having anybody to smile with or talk to or show anything that you see, or, I don't know, grab a quick hug or kiss when you're running by to do something else, or at least I'll weed whack and you mow or something. But these tasks it's just a lot. It's a lot to do by yourself all of the time. And would just be a lot better, I think, with a partner. So to my future self, when the natural frustrations of having a partner come along, just remember to appreciate them a whole lot more than you did in the moment that they're frustrating you. Like, make sure you take time to take a step back, because there was a time that you were contented and happy by yourself, but knew something was kind of missing, which sounds kind of funny. It sounds like contentment and longing are, I don't know, oxymorons or something, but they're not. What I have now is good, and if God never brings me anything else, this life is good. But I know that God wants to bless us beyond what our wildest dreams are. I think He knows and has so much more goodness, that He has no shortage of goodness. And just because it's good now doesn't mean it can't be added to and spilling over. So hopefully maybe one day it will, but until then, I'll just keep it on like I am now, and praying and anxiously awaiting that person that comes that is my partner and is my person and is someone to talk to and to enjoy and to make memories with and to help each other get groceries and clean the house and have dinner together at the end of the day and connect and watch movies together and be one together with. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. So I wish blessings on whoever sees this, and it's just a little video diary because I'm kind of at another plateau, another level of life, and I've been at this level for a while, and so I'm just hopeful and waiting and just living until then.